Well, Legal Match has done a great job for me. I'm very pleased with it. I would say probably I do have a website, and just to be frank with you, I've kind of given up on that website as a source of business. I rely now strictly pretty much on Legal Match as a referral source, and I get many referrals from Legal Match. Now, I think anyway, that I'm the only Legal Match attorney in Virginia. I may be wrong on that, but I get referrals from all over the state. And Virginia, like most states, is fairly good size. And I can't handle all of them because some of them are just too far away geographically. And what I'll do is I'll call those leads and let them know that they've been referred to me and I'm in Northern Virginia. But if somebody is out in Roanoke or Floyd, Virginia, I mean, that's 4 hours away. They certainly don't want me to drive there, and they don't want to drive all the way here. So I'll either try and help them find an attorney where they are, or just suggest that they find a local attorney. But probably 80 to 90% of my business comes from referrals of Legal Match, and I've been very happy with those referrals. I can't help everybody that calls me. I'll give you another example, Nancy, is someone may call me with a dispute that is only $1,500, and I realize they need legal help for that $1,500, and I will call and try and give them as much information as I can, but there's nothing I can do for them as far as if it's a $1,500 case, but I will try to point them in the right direction and let them know some avenues they can take to resolve their problem. But I'm very, very pleased with Legal Match, and it's pretty much my sole source of new clients now. I don't see really a difference between pre-COVID. I pretty much received the leads, and I have not asked help from Legal Match. So I would say that you guys have been doing the same good job pre-post COVID and during COVID that you were doing for several years now. Maybe 5 to 10, 5 to 8, something. I mean, I don't think it's more than 10, and it's not less than 5. So that tells me somewhere between 5 and 10 a week. I got a few today, and I call. A lot of times you call and they don't pick up. You leave a message, they never call back, but that's okay. If they want to talk to you, they can. But somewhere between 5 and 10 a week is about right. Well, I would probably do that on a monthly basis. If I'm getting 20 leads a month, 4 or 5, 6, maybe 4, 5, 6. But I can't handle 20 leads a month. I'm a solo practitioner. I don't want to say I'm semi-retired or that I'm retired. I mean, I'm sitting here talking to you. I do this full time, but I don't have a staff. And so I rely upon my own initiatives to service my clients. And if I stretch myself too thin, then that's going to detract from the service I can offer to my pre-existing clients. So I would say probably 4 or 5 become a client a month. Well, I haven't needed any support. You guys have been doing a great job. You send me the information that I need. I respond to those cases that I feel I can add value to. I certainly do not. I mean, we have a strict ethical code in the legal profession. Not everybody follows it. I try to, but I'm certainly not going to entertain a client for a couple of $1,000s and charge him $3,000 to recover $2,000. That doesn't make economic sense. So I try and distinguish between those clients that I can help and those that I can't help. But I can't recall asking Legal Match for any support other than the fine work you do of sending me potential leads for 5 or 10 a week. I mean, that's great. Very pleased. Well, getting the most would mean getting the number of clients that I feel that I can help and I can add value and add comfort to their lives for a reasonable price. And so I feel that Legal Match, sending me those people is a great contribution to my law firm. And as I said earlier in our discussion, I now rely on Legal Match pretty much exclusively. I rarely get any leads at all from my website, and I have stopped putting a lot of money into this SEO stuff and all of that people claim they're going to get you on the first page of this, first page of that. I've given up on that. I just rely on Legal Match, and you guys have not disappointed me. I would definitely recommend that you get a Legal Match membership. I have found that it has paid for itself many times over. And that's not to say that a new attorney, or any attorney really, whether they're a new attorney or old hands at it, you're not going to be able to help everybody, and not every lead that comes in is going to be a fruitful one. but there are a lot of leads. And so if you figure out where you want to go with your practice and figure out how much time you have to devote to each case and how many clients you can ethically take without overstretching yourself and causing a degradation of service to your existing clients, it's very good. But don't expect to answer every single call, because you're not going to have the time to do it. And you have to really make sure that you pay attention to those calls where you think you can add value and that they can benefit from your service. But I definitely recommend Legal Match as a source of new clients. I would say that it's a very orderly method of controlling the leads. To be honest with you, I am probably not as diligent at recording every single phone call and recording every single attempt to contact the leads. That's one thing I got to try and do better, is to go ahead and keep track of the leads and where they go and the progress of them. I have other software that I do that with, but that's once they've established an attorney-client relationship with me. But Legal Match has wonderful tools within the software to track and to keep good records of all the communications and things like that. But I have to admit that I'm guilty for not taking advantage of those to the fullest extent. And that's something which I'm just going to have to try and do better. The marketing advice that I would give, first of all, I would recommend signing up for Legal Match. It has been wonderful for me. It's given me a lot of business. It has certainly paid for itself many times over. As far as advice to attorneys who are considering going into Legal Match, just try and do a better job than I do at controlling the leads, because there's going to be a lot of them. And just dedicate yourself a certain period of time each day to going through the Legal Match leads and keeping track of your contacts with them and things like that. There are a lot of leads, and you're going to have to keep track of them and figure out which ones you can help, which ones you can add value to, and just figure out how to manage this influx of good people who need legal assistance.